Stoicism is about surviving and thriving. Stoicism is about your mindset as you go through experiences like what I've been going through, or what everybody's going through right now in the world with the pandemic still in place. And the Stoics, in a sense, kind of say, we told you so, meaning there's always going to be rough rides in life. There's always going to be rough roads. The pandemic we're in right now, we had one 100 years ago. Marcus Aurelius, who's the poster boy for Stoicism, lived through a 10-year pandemic. Michael de Montaigne, who's the father of the American essay in France, I think in the 1500s, went through a plague. I mean, none of these things are actually new. It's new to us because we're going through it. But the Stoics look at us and they go, look, we kind of told you these things could come about. And so they have a negative visualization to help us prepare. All of the people who focus on just the secret or just feeling good or just the law of attraction or just on what they want, along the way, they run into a block, they run into a snag, things don't seem to go as well as they pursue their goal of success, and they give up. They give up because a part of them wasn't aware that reality is going to throw something at you along the way. And the something that's throwing at you isn't necessarily bad. So the negative visualization is to help us prepare. My most vivid example of this is when I decided that I was going to sing on stage for the first time in my life. I swear to God, I was terrified. To prepare myself, I took some online classes with Usher, but I didn't even know who Usher was. He's a world famous musician. I had no idea. All I knew was he had an online class, a master class on performing. Well, it was a turning point. He was actually wonderful. He gave so much information, and one of them was along the lines of a negative visualization. And I still remember, I prepped for 2 months before I actually did my singing debut with my band live on stage in Austin. And I remember the moment I'm watching Usher, and he said, you're going to do everything right. You're going to practice. You're going to memorize your songs. You're going to visualize your success. You're going to do everything. You're going to dress right. You're going to be fit. You're going to do everything that you know to do. He says, the night of the performance, something's going to go wrong. He says, I don't know what it is, but something's going to go wrong. And you might as well expect it. You might as well prepare for it. You might as well visualize it as a kind of a negative visualization. Why? So it doesn't stop you. And I always remembered that. He talked about going on stage and he was going to perform singing and dancing for 2 hours. And he came out, he stumbled, and he broke 2 ribs. Kept going anyway. The show must go on. But he broke 2 freaking ribs. So the night of my performance, mics didn't work, weather was bad, friends who said they were going to show up didn't show up, songs that I had memorized, I couldn't remember all my songs. There were things that went bad. But because I had done the negative visualization, I didn't crumble. I didn't fold. I didn't run home crying. I didn't stop the show. I delivered. And at the end of my performance, I got a standing ovation.